Alright guys, welcome back to another territorial with Lord Fishy, and I just want to say thank you to everybody who's been viewing. My view count's been growing every day, and I'm so happy about that. I'm very thankful. Subscribers too, I've been very happy about that. I just want to say thank you to the people who have been watching. For me, this has been a bit of an experiment, and I'm just really glad it's working out, and hopefully I'm helping some people at the same time. Alright, let's do some fences. First, we're going to start by doing what we always do. Unless you're making a scene, you're probably not going to need the camera stuff and the light. So we're just going to get rid of it. And we're going to do our sizing like we always do. If you're using Unreal, you're going to want to follow with me. 0.01, 0.01. Alright, and I know I say a lot of the same things, but I just don't want to cause you guys any issues. You may not need to size it. You may be using Unity. I'm sure you could use the designs and still use it in Unity and it'd be just fine, I imagine. Alright, let's get started, guys. Alright, we'll take our block and we won't erase it. We'll just start making our first type of fence. There's a couple different ways we can do this, of course, but this is the way I'm going to do it today. So, I'm just going to go to edit mode. Oh, wait. Let's not do that yet. Let's duplicate this first. So we'll stay in this mode. We'll hit Shift D. And we're going to drag this back. And I just want to say one more thing. Sorry to keep going, but if you guys are new to this, don't be discouraged. If you're having troubles getting the controls or whatever, just take your time. You're going to get there, and this is going to work out. But you'll never know if you just give up. Alright, so we're looking for the one that's going to turn this sideways, so we'll probably type in 90 here. Right on. That's going to do the job for now. You're going to see why we did that in a minute. We're just going to make a short fence for now for a little demonstration, and we'll make a few different types of fences depending on what kind of game you're making. How it'll apply to you will be different, so we'll tab once we have this one. Make sure you only do it on this one. We're going to go to faces up here. We're going to hit E, and then we're going to hit S. And as you can see, what we're up to now, right? Now you could make it a little thicker if you're okay with that shape at the top. You can go ahead, and if you're not, just go ahead and highlight the face again. I don't know if I got the right piece highlighted now. Yeah, I do. Just like that. It's hard to see. Gonna flip to your separator and just give yourself what you're looking for. If you want it to be thick, if you want it to be even with the fence underneath. Personally, I kind of want it about there, I think. Go a bit that way. Alright, give me the look of the fence I want. I'm making a white picket fence if you haven't guessed. We'll flip out of that mode, we'll hit Shift D, slide it along until we are happy. Shift D. Okay, I think I'm going to run into a problem here. So, what I'm going to do to correct this issue is we're just going to go a little bit thicker like that until we're around a match with the fence. Looking pretty good now. That was going to be our problem, but it's not going to be a problem now. So we're going to Shift D on this one. And then we're going to use our minus. And since we haven't moved anything else, it should just perfectly put it on the other side. And that's why we always build exactly in the middle and make things symmetrical. You're going, well, that doesn't look great. No, it doesn't. We'll fix her up. Don't worry. Don't you worry. Fish has got your back, guys. It's going to show you how to make some nice stuff. But in order for me to show you this stuff, you got to remember, you got to believe in yourself too. And just don't give up. It's the biggest thing that kept on happening to me is I'd try something for a day or two and then I'd end up giving it up and come back a week later out of frustration. There's nothing wrong with taking a little break, but just don't ever give up for forever. Alright, so there we go. We have a little piece of picket fence. So that's probably what you want. We could do this just for an example. You don't have to. if you wanted your fence to be a little longer, and we can add a few more posts. Obviously, it's pretty easy to do. We'll just do one more in case you are making a longer fence, for an example. You might have to fix a little bit of these things like that. Looks like it's just a hair too long now. Right there. Usually you'll see it kind of pops in the right spot usually, so oops, let's not do that. Let's use our minus. Symmetrical, right? Perfect. Alright, we've made our fence longer. So what we're going to do is we'll make the control point one of these back pieces. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. Okay, I should explain this. Left click, shift left click, shift left click, shift left click. We're going to shift left click everything we want to add. So just keep shift left clicking. Make this the last piece you grab. Why? Because when we hit Control J, which I just did, that's now going to be your control point. For it's easier to place it. Maybe you want it to be this piece instead. That's up to you. You can just undo if you've done that. Just right up here. Just hit that a few times. It'll undo what we just did, and you can just click the last piece you want and then Control Join. And just make sure the last piece you click is the one you want to be your pivot point. Alright, easy fence, right? No problem. Slide it over to the side. Let's try something a little different. What kind of fences are you going to see in your yard? I could make a chain link fence, but I'm going to have us here for 3 days doing that. So let's try something else. Let's make a little stone wall, maybe, that you could join up. Let's see how we can do this. There's a few different ways, but let's make it look fancy. That's what Blender's for, is to give you the chance to make things look a little bit better, right? Because you could build things in your game, they're just not going to look quite as nice as what we're doing here. Because we can't, well, we can do a lot of things that we can do here. I found little tricks to do things inside Unreal that I do really surprising how well you can build things in there sometimes. And the new Unreal 5, I don't know if you guys are using Unity or Unreal, but I'm really enjoying it. It's been really easy to build in. Things seem to snap together a lot better, walls and things like that. So all we're doing is we just duplicated the second one, and we just shaped it a little bit. And that was Shift D to duplicate. If I got ahead of you, feel free to pause right now and just take a second to catch up. Sorry about that. Alright, and we'll duplicate this again. So we're just going to make it look like a stone fence. Just giving it a little bit of a look. And you're not going to want to try to add the stones here. You're just going to want to add a texture once it's in game. Doing it here would cause too many vertices. It would probably drain your system too much when you're making your game. You want to make sure that you have a wide range of consumers, so you want to make your game draw as low amount of verticals with still delivering the game you want. Not verticals, vertices, sorry. I apologize. Alright, so there's another type of fence. Alright. Sorry, I still have that cold. I'm trying to get rid of it. One more thing we can do to fix it up. Let's just be clever and add what we can without having to do too much. The way I think we can make this fence look a little more fancy is we will make ourselves some fence posts. Let's go make sure we're about there. Let's shrink her down a little bit more. Alright, now I have a little bit of an idea what I'm going to do, but I'm going to have to get your own probably, but you can take what I'm doing and feel free to use it. Oops. We will go into edit mode, and we're just going to grab the face here, and we're going to hit, well, you know what? Yes, let's do this. I, to about there. Let's switch to the arrows. Just pull it up like that. Alright. Alright, and we'll hit E. And we'll stop. And then we'll hit E. And then we'll stop. This time we're going to hit S and drag it out a little bit. Alright. Hit E again. Hit S again. Hit E. Oops. Sometimes I hit W in there. Hit E again. If you hit W, just go ahead and hit it again. It's just gonna happen. You're gonna hit the wrong keys sometimes. Alright, and this might be too big already for you, but just keep going, and we'll fix that after, okay? E, S, one more, E, S. I'm going to do even one more. Alright, and S. Alright. And what do we got there? It looks like a really nice fence post. And again, I said we'd fix this if it's too big for you. Well, just drag it down. How big do you want it to be? Maybe it's too wide now, so let's undo that and let's do it all together then. Take it down to the size you want it to be. Maybe you just want it on top of a post, right? And we're just finding a little small way to make our design really fancy. And then we're going to want one on the other side, I imagine, to give it a better look. Shift D. And we will go to here. And we will go there. There we go. So now we got our fence. Let's put it together. Let's join it all. So maybe clicking from the top. We'll shift click the second, shift click all the rest. Like the bottom, the last one, and Control J. Fence 2 complete. Now remember, we're going to want to color those a little different as well, but we'll do that after maybe. Do I have a third fence for you? Well, obviously we can make small modifications, like we can make these taller for a backyard, smaller for a front yard. You know, things like that, but you're basically seeing the same thing, so I don't want to just waste your time showing you the same thing in a different size. So we will go to, maybe we'll make a barrier. We'll just throw in one barrier for this one, alright? And again, it's just a different way to be creative. You know, we've done all this stuff before. We're just thinking of new ways to use them, right? So let's undo that. Let's Shift D. And then we'll take one of those. And we'll move it up. And we'll move that one. And we'll shrink it down. And make it a little fatter. We'll take this one. We'll make it a little thinner. And we'll make it much taller. And what we're going to do is make a cement barrier that you could place in your town. Maybe you want to block an area off from the public. Again, the sizes side to side don't matter. If you want to make yours longer, that's fine. It's just less of them you got to place. But if you're going to go around a corner or something, you're going to want them to be short. So let's just go ahead with the cement barrier. We're going to grab the top this time because this one's going to be a little different. Go into edit mode with tab. Now we could grab it like that, but we're not going to. We're going to just grab those two edges. And the reason being is if you want to put another one right beside it, it'll still line up after we do this. Let's go ahead to bevel and add some segments. And let's try that again. Let's go back. And this time it should go a little better and give us a little bit better of an angle. There we go. So now we have a cement barrier. Now if you want to put some different colors on this, you can make it red, white, yellow. There's lots of things you do. If you want to put a sign on it that says do not pass, I'll show you that real quick actually. You would just do one of these and then make it the size you want. And then you're probably thinking, well, I don't really like those little lines on the side. I believe you can delete them after. We'll give it a shot. Just make a little spot for a sign. There's your sign per se. So we'd go like this, 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 this. Hit delete. Dissolve edges. Ooh, it made it disappear. Okay, undo that. Let's try something else. Grab that face. Shift D. Okay. Now we'll grab those edges. And when we make them disappear and it erases our original, we should still have a piece here. Dissolve edges. And we still have a face here that we can put a sign on. Let's grab the face a little bit with this, and we will pull it out just a hair. It's not reflecting over the other face. And it looks like it's attached. If you need to now, we just need to give it another texture when we color it, and you should be able to put a sign. You have a cement barrier. Again, we can fix the bottom up one more time. We could do this if we want. So let's just move it further, not going through each other as much. Sometimes you get collision issues, so you want to be close as you can to just joining them. Grab this edge maybe, just to make it a little more pretty. There we go. And again, just makes it a little nicer. You're going to have to find the look you're going for. Control J to join them. And we're done. And there you go, 3 fences real quick. I will color this one as an example for coloring for you guys. I don't think the other one needs to be colored. The cement one maybe, but we'll see. Alright, go up here. Go down here. Alright. We'll hit, oh no, we'll hit, go on that. We'll go into tab to go into edit mode. And then we'll push plus, new. Now let's make it kind of grayish. Assign. Perfect. So now we were going to just hit L over, the middle section. And then we're going to hit plus, new. And we're just going to give it a second color for it can take on a new texture for, it could just be different than the other one, right? So we'll just do that per se. It's close but different. Alright, so we'll click off of it. Over this, we'll push L. Over this, we'll push nope. L over that, L over that. We'll push plus new, because we're going to give that another color. So we'll make that blue. And there we go. We have made enough. We made a slot for everything we're going to want to color in game. In a game, this isn't going to give you your in-game colors. It's just giving you a slot to assign a color to it. For now, we can say, we can make this part brick, we can make this part cement, and we can make these up top steel now. And we've done our coloring. Maybe we will do the one because I put a sign on it just in case anybody's having troubles. If you're having troubles with something specifically and it seems silly to ask, don't feel bad. Just ask. There's only one way to find out sometimes. Like, everybody's new at some point, and I don't mind helping. So just let me know what you're having troubles with. So we're going to hit A to highlight the whole thing, plus new. We'll make it a cement color again. Assign. Alright. Perfect. So maybe we want this a different color down here. So let's do a new one on that. And we will make it yellow. Caution, don't hit me. Oh, it didn't work. I messed up there. Got to go here and hit assign. There we go. Now there's a third one already, so we'll just go to faces up here. Alright, my mouse is starting to give out on me. I'm just killing it making so much stuff lately. We'll hit new, and we will make a color. Maybe I'll do red for now. Or make it for you're able to put a sign there or something like that. You're going to have an extra slot there. So maybe you want to put an image there. It says do not cross. Maybe you want a yellow background so you can put a text across it in your game. Just again, some various examples to get you going. Move them over. We'll have a look at what we made today. And hopefully you guys are happy with those fences, and hopefully they can help you in your game, or at least give you an idea of how to make the fences you want in your game. If there's something you're missing specifically, or you need help with specifically, make sure you leave a comment below, guys. Make sure you like, thumbs up, subscribe. Check out my channel if you want to see some more interesting stuff. And there should be a link to my game below if you want to click it and give it a shot on Steam. It's not so bad. I think it's a pretty good, fun game, so I'm sure you'll enjoy it too. And you'll be showing me your support. Thanks for watching, everybody.